welcome to this video. Thank you for watching. I pray that this will be a good interaction, and whatever I say, I pray God blesses it, so enrich your hearts so you can make wise decisions, my people of Africa, my people of Ghana. So moving forward, we can have a better continent and a better country. Well, as usual, like most of you people know, some of you may be guessing where I'm at already, or some of you already know. I love to be by the ocean, right? I didn't go to work today, so when I don't go to work, one of the places you can catch me at is by the ocean, by the water, by the river. I mean, in nature, I love to be in nature. So once again, I'm here, and sometimes I don't even know where to begin from, because sometimes I'm tempted to believe that I have said enough. But like you already know, the Bible, which has been with us for so many years now, we still study the Bible, right? The pastors, the preachers, the prophets, they always use the Bible to preach. It's the same words. Nothing has changed from the Bible. So, some of us we have taken it upon ourselves to crusade, to go on a crusade to create awareness how the NDC and the MPP parties in Ghana, how they've treated the country and the citizens of Ghana, so that if the good people of Ghana will pay heed to what some of us say and will turn their hearts to God and also to the new movement, the basemovement.com, so that come 2028, well-meaning Ghanaians, patriotic Ghanaians, God-fearing Ghanaians will vote Kennedy Ohene Ejapong as the leader of the base movement into the highest office of Ghana, to become the president of Ghana from 2029. So that Ghana as a country will have, its glorious times. I mean, some of you may already know why I'm here or what I'll be talking about, because there's a particular story circulating on the internet today, on social media today, the story of Miss Bell. Miss Bell weeping bitterly about her sister who lost her life because of this same situation. No bed at the hospital. I mean, I don't know. We are not serious as a people. We are not serious as a country. We are not. Because if we are serious as a people, we are serious as a country, these are not some of the things we should be talking about. Beds at the hospital. There are no beds at the hospital. And for that matter, when you are unlucky, you fall sick, or your family member falls sick, your relative, your friend falls sick, and they go to the hospital, you just say your goodbyes, because you never know. You may not see that family member, that friend again. And this is exactly what happened to Miss Bell. And this came to light because Miss Bell is popular in Ghana. By Ghana standards, she is a celebrity. That's why, it's news. And like I've said in some of, Mocha, thank you for watching. And like I've said in some of my videos earlier, if you really want to see the number of Ghanaian citizens, children, pregnant women, ordinary citizens who are dying because of negligence at the hospitals, you will marvel. I've said it before, when I went to Ghana last September, I almost died. Had it not been God's wisdom that I have, that I medicated myself, I would have died. Seriously, I know, because the symptom that I had, one particular friend of mine had that same symptom, and he died. Because what? They were waiting for lab results before they give him medication. I was already smart. I mean, I took my medication ahead. I knew what was happening to me. You know, and I have been saying something in particular in almost all my videos, that sometimes, I know as human beings, we are selfish, but, you know, this is what I've been saying, that when you are in a community, you are in a society, you live in a country, and there are ills in the country, don't think, oh, as for you, you are okay. One day, you will also be a victim. If you are not a victim, your family member, your friend, or even if the person is not a family member, you don't know the person, as human beings, well, I'm a compassionate person. So even when something happens to somebody, I don't know the person, I feel it. I feel it in my body. And that's how I feel for Miss Bell, who has lost her sister just because there wasn't a bed at the hospital for her sister to be admitted so she could be taken good care of. I mean, for how long, Ghanaians? How long? How long will it take some of us to tell you that the NDC and the MPP, they don't mean well for Ghana? They don't mean well for Ghanaians. About a week ago, one of the members of parliament, A+, came to tell the whole world that there was money available for members of parliament to fly to America and watch a Ghana match. I don't have any problem if a minister or a parliamentarian is coming to watch a Ghana match, but have we set our priorities right? We don't have beds at the hospital. And members of parliament, government functionaries, they have the nerve, the effrontery to come to America and watch matches. Because guess what? When their family members are sick, they can fly them to America. When their girlfriends are pregnant, they bring them to America to deliver their babies so they get American citizenship. And this is why some of us are not happy with the American government or the politicians in America for not banning the birthright citizenship. Yes. I mean, it's not out of jealousy or anything, because the point is, the politicians in Ghana, and whatever I say in Ghana, I believe it's a reflection of most countries in Africa. The politicians in Ghana, and for that matter, politicians in Africa, those who call themselves leaders, who are mandated to see to it that the country, Ghana, the continent of Africa, is run well. They are the ones running the continent of Africa down. They are the ones running Ghana down. They are the ones running the hospitals down. I mean, you cannot put the responsibility on me to, furnish the hospital with beds. No, I don't take taxes. I don't take taxes from the Ghanaian citizens. Let's ask ourselves, what do they use our taxes for? In Ghana, in Africa, what do they use our taxes for? What do they use the revenue that they accumulate from all our natural mineral resources? What do they use it for? Some of what they use it for is what the A+, the member of parliament for Gomoa Central, told the whole world. They use it to watch soccer across the world. They use it to sponsor their girlfriends, buy mansions for them wherever they want. They use it to take luxury vacations with their girlfriends and their family members. Ghanaians, for how long? For how long are we going to be fooled by these politicians? Somebody becomes, sometimes I'm like, we've sat in the same classroom with some of these politicians. It's not like they are not geniuses, they are not brainy, they are not smarter than us. Somebody becomes a politician in Ghana, in Africa, then all of a sudden they become like 10 gods. We have to worship them, whatever they need, they can get. How about we, the citizens? Ghanaians, I'm here once again with this clarion call to all of you that if you have not changed your mind to leave the NDC and the MPP, then you are part of the problem. If you are a Ghanaian, you call yourself a true Ghanaian, you love the country Ghana, but you still follow the NDC and the MPP, then you are part of the problem. Because for almost 4 decades, 40 years. Come on, guys. If the NDC and the MPP had something better planned for Ghana, Ghana should have been somewhere by now. Ghana should have been somewhere by now. If the NDC and the MPP have something better planned for the country Ghana. What do we hear from them when they come to office? They keep on playing the blame game. This is this person's fault. This is that person's fault. For how long are we going to be fooled? And like I've said it, and I will continue to say it, if you think you are okay, one day you also be a victim. One day you will also be a victim of circumstances. I'm not saying this because I'm happy for people who go to hospitals and they can't get beds, or for people whose homes are flooded or whatever. But that is the situation we find ourselves. Garbage in, garbage out. If we elect, wicked, evil leaders into office, this is what we get. If we elect wicked and evil leaders into office, this is what we get. Leaders who are so selfish. Who are out of touch with reality. Because the sad part of this is, these people calling themselves leaders, from the president to whoever the last public official is, they travel around the world. They travel with our resources. They travel with the revenue that we get from all our natural resources. They see how people are building their countries. They go to the hospitals in America. They go to the hospitals in Europe. So tell me, what is the problem? The problem is leadership. The problem is leadership. And if we will continue to allow these people to continue to fool us, the ball is in you or your court. The ball is in you or your court. Today is somebody, tomorrow it might be you. For you, it might not be because of a bed or something. It might be something else. Since I was a child growing up, Accra to Kumasi Road, they've never been able to construct a dual carriageway. Accra to Kumasi Road. I drive a lot in America here. I drive a lot. I drive everywhere. Thousands of kilometers. You will not find a single pothole. What is the problem? What is the problem? What is the problem? Like I keep on saying, and I've said it before, the wheel is already invented. So what is the problem with Ghana? What is the problem with Africa? The wheel is already invented. So if you are a country, you are not developing, then it's on purpose. It's on purpose. The leadership of that country doesn't want the country to develop. Because there is nothing under this sun that if you want to do this day and age, you cannot do. The patterns are there. The blueprints are there. From the beginning of this year that I asked you guys Ghanaians, let's ask the government, what is their roadmap? What is their roadmap to create jobs for the people of Ghana? What is their roadmap? What is their roadmap to prevent flooding? Last week, the president of Ghana shamelessly was in a helicopter flying around Accra. Is the President Mahama telling us that he doesn't know that Accra is flooded every year? How stupid! How stupid! Is that what the president is telling us? That he doesn't know, he has no idea that Accra floods every year. He needed to fly in an aeroplane, in a chopper, in a helicopter to know. These guys have no ideas. They have no intentions of building the country Ghana. If we had better leaders, Ghana should be an elite country. For real, I'm telling you. Ghana should be an elite country. We've been in classrooms with Americans, with Europeans. In their own English language, they don't beat us. In their own English language, we sit in classrooms with them. They are not better than us. Respectfully, they are not. In their own English language, we sit in the same classrooms with them. So what is our problem? What is our problem? You are here watching me. All you think is, oh, I was born into an MPP family. You are stupid. I was born into an NDC family. You are stupid. I'm telling you. And you know you are stupid. You have to change your mindset. You have to change your mindset. Because for almost 4 decades, if we are going to continue to allow these evil, wicked liars to continue to lead us, the ball is in our court. We have people coming from, you think, oh, I'm a northerner, I'm a Muslim, so I'll support Bawumia. Bawumia was lying to us in our faces. at the radio station that they have built Kwalugu Dam with over $12 million. Nothing like that is at Kwalugu, nothing. And people still support a person like this, such a liar. I mean, what else is he? This man went to a radio station, told the whole world that they have constructed Kwalugu irrigation dam. And because you are so stupid, you still follow this man. That is stupidity. I'm sorry. That's a fact. That is stupidity. How can somebody lie to you in your face? Then you think, oh, I mean, like, because you are a Muslim, you are from the north, oh, I was born to MPP, you should continue supporting Bawumia. You are part of Ghana's problem. I see Edun Ketia was on television telling Ghanaians, oh, if they create employment for all Ghanaians, who is a policeman going to arrest? Look at the mindset. But I see Edun Ketia has all his family members in Canada. I see Edun Ketia has all his family members in Canada. This is how stupid those people who call themselves leaders think we are. You see? And this is why some of us, we think if we will go forward as African continent, as Ghanaians, whatever, we need the support of Europe and America also. I've been saying this. I don't see why Europe, I mean, I know it's a capitalist world that we are in, but if Europeans leadership, American leadership want to support Ghana so that Ghanaians don't come to America, Africans don't come to America or travel to Europe, they should put some sort of ban on these misleaders of Africa, misleaders of Ghana, who all they know is bring their families to America, take their families to Europe, Canada, various countries in Asia, while they run African continent down, while they run Ghana down. Yes. If the birthright citizenship in America is benefiting the ordinary person in Ghana, I wouldn't have a problem. I would not have a problem if the vulnerable person in Ghana is the one benefiting from the birthright citizenship in Ghana. Last 2 months or so, the minister of Ashanti region, Amwakwata or whoever his name is, brought his wife to come and give birth in America. Why won't you give birth? Why won't you let your wife give birth in Ghana? Because you want your child to have American citizenship. How shameful. You have no shame. People we call leaders in Ghana, Africa, have no shame. They have no shame, they have no conscience, and because of some of us are so stupid, so dumb, we continue to follow them. Well, for some of us, I will tell it like it is. And like I've said before, some of us are looking forward to the next UN General Assembly meeting. And I pray to be there, I hope to be there. We'll question these people who call themselves leaders directly in their faces. Where is their roadmap to create jobs for the youth of Africa? Where is their roadmap to build better drainage system for cities in Africa, for cities in Ghana? Where is the roadmap? You cannot tell me that over the years, over so many years now, Ghana has been flooded every year. I can't. Where is the roadmap to construct better drainage system in Ghana? Where? And you shamelessly, as a president, fly over Accra looking where flooding is going on. I mean, how dumb is that? I mean, how dumb is that? And you are thinking, oh, I'm a politician, I have a diplomatic passport, I can fly anywhere, everywhere. Your colleagues in other developed countries, you should know they don't respect you. They don't respect you. Behind you, they laugh at you behind you because they know you guys are fools. You are stupid. You cannot build your country. This day and age, Africa, we are still, crying for better roads, beds at the hospital. I mean, how? I mean, like, I can't even fathom. I mean, I can't wrap my head around it. We are still crying for beds in hospitals. When you tell your brother, your sister, your friend here, they say, oh, how is this the government fault? How is this fault? If it's not the government fault, why are you living here in America? Why don't you go and live in Ghana so that you go to a hospital in Ghana, then they tell you that you don't have a bed. If your child, your sister is pregnant, goes to the hospital, no bed, your sister dies with the baby in the stomach, then you know how that feels. You people are living in developed countries, but still you cannot use your brains to think. You've not learned from the countries that you are living in. If not for better systems, would you come and live in America? Would you go and live in England? Would you go and live in Canada? Would you go and live in Japan? Would you live in Australia if not for better systems? When some of us are creating the awareness so that the government, instead of squandering our monies on worthless things, will build a better system for us. Some of you guys just say anything that you want because you are free. And that's why I think we should all be deported back to our continent, Africa. Maybe that's where we will have the brain, we'll think that will force our leaders to build our continent for us. Yes. Yeah, I mean, how shameful is that? You go to a hospital and there is no bed at the hospital. I work at the hospital. Before a patient comes in, they call in to even get some details of the patient, to get the history of the patient before the patient comes in. Beds are already available. I mean, why should this be so difficult? We have carpenters, we have welders, we have engineers, we have all the raw materials to build beds. There are models on YouTube right now. If you want a model of a bed for hospital, model hospital beds, whatever, go to YouTube. There are patterns of beds. So what is the problem? Our politicians don't care. They don't care. They don't care. Don't tell me that of course citizens, we also have a role to play. But then why do we have leadership? Why do we have leaders? Why do we have leaders? Well, some of us will tell it like it is and let the chip fall where they may. If you agree, fine. If you don't, fine. But I know one day you will also be a victim if you don't voice up, you let your voices be heard so that we change the system of Africa, we change the system of Ghana so that we can all enjoy our country and our continent. One day you will also be a victim. Think that you are okay, you are living in a big house in America, you have a big car, you have a good job. One day you will be a victim also. One day you'll be a victim, maybe not you, but your friend, your brother, unless you are not a compassionate person. If you are compassionate, you will think like a human being, you will see reason with me, and you will see sense in what I'm saying. If you've not joined the base, join the base at thebasemovement.com. Join the base at thebasemovement.com. And like I always end, if you drink, don't drive. If you drive, don't drink. And eat healthy. Don't eat food that your grandmother or your grandfather cannot identify or recognize. And what again? What? Peace and love to you. We'll tell you like it is. And let the chips fall where they may. I'm out. Bye-bye.